In this video, we're going to focus on intercept points. So what are the intercept points? There is an x-intercept point, so it's the point where your graph crosses x-axis, and there's a y-intercept point where your graph crosses y-axis. So what's so special about those points, the intercept points? When you look at the y-intercept point and you see that there's going to be some number of y's, the y coordinate will be a number that's we're actually going to be looking for. But the x coordinate is 0. So it's not to the left, not to the right on the x-axis, it's right on. So it's 0 and then we'll find the y. Meaning for the y-intercept, x coordinate equals to 0. And then in terms of x-intercepts, we will have some x coordinate, and then we'll find out later what it is. But the y coordinate for both of those points, see where the graph crosses x-axis, the y coordinate, it's 0, not up, not down, right on the line, so it's 0. So we'll have an x, and then knowing that y equals 0 for the x-intercepts. So the fact that is y equals 0, y coordinate of the point equals 0. And I actually can put here x 0, so it will be x1, and here will be x2. Let's pretend, and then 0. We will use the fact that y equals 0 to find the x coordinate of the point. So I'll start with x-intercept. So the x-intercept, y equals 0. What do I do with this fact? If y equals 0, then let's pretend I need to find intercept points for the function f of x equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. What do I do with the fact that y equals 0? I will substitute this into instead of f of x. So you know with f of x, it's the same as y. This function could be written as y equals x squared minus 2x minus 3. F of x is just a function notation. So what we're going to do, we're going to substitute y with 0 and solve it for x. So that will be x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals to 0. Then I need to solve it for x, and what I'm going to do, I will factor the left side. This is my quadratic trinomial simple form because leading coefficient equals 1. So I know it's going to be 2 by 2. And then I know x and the x will be in the first position because the only way to get to x squared is to get x times x. So what I need to do, I need to find those two numbers. And remember how we were doing it? Those numbers we're looking for, the product equals -3 and sum equals -2. So that will be -3 plus 1. Again, product is -3 and the sum is -2. I do have a separate video that explains how to factor quadratic trinomial. If you have questions, you just can find that video and go over. So now I need to solve it. I have a product that equals to 0. One of the parentheses has to turn into 0 in order for the product to be 0. So I have two simple linear equations to solve for x. So the first one, x will be 3, and the second x will be -1. So I found two x's, and you can see them on the graph. -1 and then +3. So I have two x-intercept points. -1, 0, and 3, 0. Then I need to find the coordinates of y-intercept. So for the y-intercept, x equals 0. And that's how you can remember easily. If it's an x-intercept, then y equals 0. If it's a y-intercept, then x equals 0. And then the process is the same. What I'll need to do, I'll need to take x equals 0 and substitute into the function. So I will find f of 0, which is 0 squared minus 2 times 0 minus 3 So 0 minus 0 minus 3 will be minus 3. So the y-intercept point will be 0, negative 3. And you can see it on the graph. Now we'll point it out one more time. I'll box it in for you. So these are x-intercept points, and this is your y-intercept point. I do have a separate video on a vertex explaining how can you find the vertex. You can just look it up, and the formulas are there. And also the direction of a parabola. So if you have any questions on different points while I was explaining, you can go back to my channel and find the answer in a different session.